Hey, sorry guys. For some reason I can't play the introduction video. I got some weird error. So life is great, life is grand, life is good, life is beautiful. Oh, gonna get what you got, gonna get what you give. Life is great, life is grand, life is good, life is beautiful. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Forex.Today. Let me remind you that trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. So please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never, ever risk money you cannot afford to lose. My name is Wayne McDonell. My name is Wayne McDonell. I'm the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Thank you for being a loyal client. I'm here to help and assist and guide, share my experience, point you in the right direction, teach you technical analysis, teach you fundamental analysis, make sure you're psychologically stable as a trader. Because we want you to be a success, because successful clients are more profitable than losing clients to a broker. That's it. We're selfish. We want you to succeed because it's better for us financially. Are you okay with that? Richard, pajamas are for sissies. Oh, every Friday I'm at fxstreet.com. I'm also Forex Speaker of the Year for 2016. I've been nominated for Forex Speaker of the Year for 2017. Sweet. I eat chihuahuas. All right. Okay. Let's. I don't know. Let's start here. Here's our trade plan on Monday. Here's our trade plan on Tuesday. Seems like it's coming around, doesn't it? Right. That was kind of the idea that it would drop, it would bounce its support pivot, and eventually work its way back down to, oops, down to M1. Right? What do you think? No, Ron voted for me. Thank you, Ron. Once again, thank you for the cigars, Ron. Every Ron buys me cigars. Yeah, the Ron with one end, Ron with two ends. Best Rons ever. All right, right? Everybody good with the general trade plan, general trading idea? Maybe just maybe, right? Well, I would say definitely down because Turkish lira is like worthless. It's worse than rand for crying out loud. What is it, like Iraqi dinar? I mean, come on. What? Nothing can go wrong, go. I'm in the Congo. Nothing can go wrong, go. I'm in the Congo. Like, dude, everything can go wrong in the Congo. What are you talking about? So, anyways, yeah, Turkish lira. You're buying Turkish lira. I'm just pointing out how bad euro must be, huh? But one of the things we talked about yesterday briefly, not yesterday, sorry, Monday, is that as we get closer and closer to FOMC this afternoon, the more likely we can find out that the Fed may not be as hawkish as they used to pretend they were. Now, that may not be true because I don't know the future, and I had to turn down my invitation to the FOMC meeting, although I do appreciate it, and I would like to hang out in Washington, D.C., have lunch at the Capitol Grill. Um, that would all be nice, but I just couldn't make it. I was busy. I had to do my webinar, right? Um, so I don't know what's going on there, right? I didn't attend the presentations yesterday. So what are you going to do, right? So I don't know what's going to happen, but there's a reasonable chance they're not as hawkish as they were before. I only say that because they've done that to us in the past. And GDP hasn't been amazing, and some of the other data hasn't been amazing. Yeah, I appreciate the pulling strings for me, Charles. But I'm a busy dude. I got responsibilities, right? So, anyways, what can I say? There's a reasonable chance the Fed is not as hawkish as they were before, and if so, I would not be shocked to have Euro USD go up, right? Wasn't that something that we were talking about just Monday and Tuesday? So that might happen today. Now they could come out guns a-blazing, right? But somehow I just don't feel like that's appropriate at the moment. Um, Central bankers generally don't like taking risk. It's safer to keep their mouth shut. Hua? So I think now that they got the dollar strong, they don't want it too strong, right? So there you go. So that's one thought. So Euro USD could go up, maybe, but look at this, just amazing that Turkish lira is still showing signs of being more valuable, or let's say more money going into Turkey than into Europe, which is, I think, pretty amazing. Okay, our target for the week, look what I drew on Monday. That's hot, right? Isn't that hot? Down to 112. Look at this on Monday. This stuff is guesswork. What? Dang, boy. Dang, son. 1012. Dang. No, okay. 1012.8. Smoking. Stop me. Right? That's awesome, right? Holy smokes, eh? So they did what they wanted to do for a week, but they had to get it done before FOMC. Now that's smoking hot like fire, right? When I trade, you desire. That's cool, right? That's our weekly swing trade, remember? Sell at 15. By the way, sell at 15 was the plan last week. Buy it at this 12ish, well, it was more like 1250, right? Buy it at 1250, go for 15, sell it back down was last week. And then this week, because of where it opened, it was okay, we're going to sell it off the top, and our goal is down to 112, which we nailed. Sweet. So, right? 250 up, 300 down. Hoo-ha! Any questions about this? Now you're going to say, well, now is it going to head back down? Well, how the hell would I know? We've already hit our target. Now what? I don't know. I don't know. Isn't it up to FOMC? If they say, yeah, they're going to jack up interest rates 3, maybe even more, boom, this goes up. I don't know what they're going to say. Or if they say, well, maybe 3's too many, we better be careful. It's really, honestly, we didn't say 3. We just said the trend seemed like 3 might be appropriate, but we're data dependent. And all of a sudden they're backpedaling, right? And book back down. But bear in mind, the Bears played out the trade plan before FOMC. They got it done, and now we don't know what to do. I understand, like, I don't know what's going to happen because it's dependent on FOMC. That's cool, though, right? Okay. How about Aussie yen? Oh my God, what? You're killing me. There's our trade plan on Monday. Sell it off the top. Remember this whole idea? You cannot buy it at 87. That is a fact. So if you sell it or you buy it down here or you buy it down here. Notice both buy zones. Wait, no, this buy zone didn't move at all. So maybe you bought it here, but that was it. There were only 2 places as a bull you could possibly buy this. Here and here. One of them might have got you in, and the other one, no way. As a bear, you sold here on Monday, sold the retracement, right? Sold what? Right? And what was the target? Lufletulumum. Look at that, guys. Look at the target. Set on Monday. The target on Monday, 85.23. The actual bottom. Oh, do I have to do the stupid crosshairs? All right, so yeah, what is that? 2.5. Yeah, okay, within 5 pips. The other one was within 8 pips. This one is within 5 pips. Not bad for 72 hours in advanced trade planning, right? Now remember the poor sons of guns that were trading without pivot points? Don't you start to feel bad for them now? I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't worry about it. It's totally funny. What a bunch of losers, right? Losers. That's your target. And some people are trading and they don't know that. They're shocked. They're like, oh my God, now it's going up and now it's going down. I think my broker's hunting my stop, eh? Do you really feel bad for those guys? My wife probably would. It's not fair that you take their money from them because they don't know. I'm like, dude, I teach it every day, and I'm not selling against my friends at TradersWay. I'm not selling against my friends at Forex.Today. I'm just doing my job. I'm a bear and you take profit there. That's what you're supposed to do, right? So I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm just doing my job. And if other people aren't doing their job effectively, it's a zero-sum game and they lose and I win. That's it. I'm not doing it to be mean. Doing it to feed my children, right? Now, how many people see this and they're like, that's it. That's hot. That is the way business gets done. Anybody just like get tickled pink that we're talking about things like Aussie yen dropping down and we're hitting our target by 5 pips and 8 pips? Hot to go HOTTOGO. It's empowering, isn't it? Remember all the people that don't know what they're doing and they're like, oh, it's a random walk. It's completely random. There's no way to predict some of these moves. Right? There's oh wait, it's a double top. What did you think it was? Right? Yeah, there's no way you can predict that it won't break a double. What? I mean, right? It's totally predictable, right? So remember, it's teachable, and if it's teachable, you can learn it and do it yourself, right? So if anything, right? If anything, it's learnable, isn't it? I mean, that is the big takeaway, right? That it's not a random walk. Therefore, there is logic to it. And if there is logic to it, you can learn it, right? How many people would agree with that? That you know there's something there, and that it's human behavior. It's not random. And that therefore you can learn the rules of engagement and you can win at this. How many people would agree with that when they see these patterns that we're going through? That we're talking about Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday's move, even last week. How many people would agree with that? Nick says yes. Charles says yes. Ron says yes. Kareem says yes. Artem says yes. Rob says yes. Dom says yes. Alan says yes. Stefan says yes. Nick says yes. Ryan says yes. Dusami says yes. Right? Arn says yes. I mean, right? I mean, that's it, right? If anything, you should sit up and say, "Dang it, that's you know." All right. Let's see this radical move. Pound yen. Hey, we were at yesterday's target where you're supposed to take profit on pound yen. We open up at M3 and you were praying all weekend when the markets were closed, right? You were praying for an open at either M2 or M3, right? Please. So you got the M3, you know you can't buy it, you sell it, you're good with the profit taking anyways. And what does it do? Down to the support pivot, up. And again, some of these lines have hands, right? Back to the 21, if you want to do it that way, or back to the M2, whatever. Down, up. Because remember, I was talking about how it just cannot fall straight down. You guys remember that conversation? It can't fall straight down, so there will be a bounce. There will be. Now, of course, I don't know. I can't predict the future, but I have certainty in my assumptions. And my assumption is it will bounce. It has to. Even though it may not. In my mind, it has to. And then we sell it again, right? What was the target? Look, I have it drawn. Monday, Tuesday, here we are, Wednesday. I said 140.63. Right? 140.63. It went to 43. So I'm sorry, it went 20 pips below my target. That one's way off. Okay, that's way off. I missed that one. Went 20 pips lower and then took you out. So the first one was within 5 pips. The second one was within 8 pips. The third one was within 20 pips. Okay, but we are talking about 350 pip moves, right? Anyone have blood boiling with energy, good or bad? Yeah, you know, like notice that the market has reversed, but not until it hit our target. Because, and then imagine it this way, the green zone is where you're supposed to take profit, where the bears are supposed to get out. It's some bull. What kind of redonkulous bull bought this? Well, they bought it at exactly where they're supposed to. Yeah, Nick, blood boiling with caffeine. Me too. Me too, man. Right. Why did pound get stronger all of a sudden? It's supposed to. That's it. What more do you want? Just because it fell, do you think all the bulls got out of the market? Do you think really, truly, you believe institutional investors and central banks that are the main market participants that create the price? Do you think honestly they're like, oh well, it fell for 2 days, forget it, we're no longer bulls? Did you see that? It fell for 2 days, forget it then. We're not bulls anymore. Right? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, right? Institutional investors, central banks and stuff, they made a decision long ago. They said, all right, the pound has fallen too far, too fast. Everyone's freaking out because of Brexit. And they're wrong. That was 2,000 pips ago, guys. Okay? So whoever bought it down here, they're loving life and living large, aren't they? I mean, look how logical this is, guys. Look how absolutely, totally logical it is. So if you were a bull here and you were a bull here, are you out now? You're like, oh, forget it. Forget that. It was down for, 2 days. Forget it. No, of course not, right? So if you were a bull, would you buy a 50% retracement at exactly the area in which bears are supposed to take profit? Is that what you would do for your institutional firm or your institutional clients? It's kind of what you're supposed to do, right? Why did it get stronger all of a sudden? Because it's supposed to. Right, Skip? You see now? You might be staring at the trees, right? And you're like, wow, that just came out of nowhere. What do you mean it came out of nowhere? It went bullish off the exact spot where every bear on the planet's supposed to get out. Why did it get strong all of a sudden? It was never weak. It's like the chapter in my book, There Is No Spoon. It was never weak. Look at it fall. Yeah. What happened, guys? Bulls took profit, bulls bought it back. Bulls took profit at exactly where bulls are supposed to take profit, and bulls bought it at exactly where the bulls were supposed to buy it. There might be no bears in here except for all the little speculators, right? All us little chickens, right? We're cheeky little monkeys trying to pick up the bananas. Do you guys remember that analogy from the book? The, those that are in control of the market, they're 800-pound gorillas, and they're holding all the bananas, but they're fat and lazy, and they drop half their bananas because they're so lethargic. Well, so what we're cheeky little monkeys, and we just zoom in there, grab up the bananas they drop, and try to get out there without getting killed, right? So yeah, we're in this business. We're inside these little 15-minute candles, right? We're cheeky little monkeys. But the players, maybe you want to be a player one day, the players took profit here and bought it back here. That's it. And if they're wrong on FOMC, it comes out, knocks them out for break even, and then they reevaluate, right? But it's killer awesome, though, isn't it? Right? Isn't that awesome? It's absolutely awesome, awe-inspiring. Yeah, Nick says it's like having a map and a compass as opposed to wandering around in the woods lost. I like to quote Jim Morrison on that one because it reminds me of the times when I felt early in my days when I was struggling through tough times with Forex. I felt like I was just literally wandering in the dark, right? And so the Jim Morrison poem, which eventually became the song called um, what is it something something stoned immaculate, I think is it's actually a poem, and it ends here with the end of the poem goes, "Let me tell you about heartache and the loss of God, wandering in hopeless night." That's what sticks out with me personally when I was hearing the song, and I'm like, that's exactly how I feel. Imagine heartache and this idea that the loss of God I interpret like the loss of all meaning and and sort of the ultimate of just giving up, the ultimate being alone, right? That there isn't anything in control. Or all your beliefs were wrong, right? All these kind of like it's a big deal, isn't it? If you were a religious person and one day you feel like there is no God, right? I mean, it's a big gaping hole in your spirit to be staring into the abyss like that, right? Let me tell you about heartache and the loss of God, wandering in hopeless night. Out here on the perimeter, there are no stars. Like, wow, right? Wow. But there are stars. You can guide yourself. There are stars. That's what I found. I'm like, holy smokes. That you can use a map and a compass, right? There is hope. Okay? Yeah. And God is the market. Who controls all of this? The market controls this. Every market participant, every participant in this industry has to face the same truth. And that is they're not in control. The market is in control. Not any one person is in control. It's actually pretty amazing, right? It's actually pretty amazing if you think about it. All of this is happening $5 trillion a day, and nobody's in control. It's sort of like your children's classroom. You want to sell? Okay, question here. You want to sell off Weekly Central? So you're a bear? Yeah. Well, okay. So I've taught you scenarios where you sell at the Weekly Central, right? But do you do it after a bullish move? You got to be careful. Do you throw down a trade 8 hours before massive market changing news? And you're like, oh, well, it's the Weekly Central. Yeah, well, FOMC is coming out in a few hours. Yeah, whatever, it's the Central. Well, don't be too technical, okay? It's like you missed all of this and now you want to do something right before news? No. The technical is done. The traders have made their trade. You understand? It's not a video game. The players made their plays already. It's done. Bears sold it, Bulls bought it. You're stuck in the exact middle, and you're like, oh, I want to sell it here. Well, I don't know what FOMC I don't know what FOMC is going to say, and it may not be good. I mean, so yeah, maybe, but yeah, okay. I mean, just realize you're assuming a hell of a lot of risk, man. Yeah, go ahead, okay, but like, wow, where you got stuff here you got to worry about. But sure, I don't like the higher high, man. Okay. Right. So our time says, okay, took monthly profit down at M1, like or weekly, like you're supposed to. A weekly M1 took your profit. Great. Now you're wondering if you should get in a second time. Well, why now? What's so compelling? Can't you just take the rest of the week off? There'll be pivot points next week. Or at least, at the very least, why not just find out what happens at the Fed, right? Hey, and we have ADP in 10 minutes, right? Wise thoughts. You ever watch Quest for the Holy Grail where they're talking to God? Arthur, King of the Britons, I have a I have a quest for you in these times of darkness, right? To be a guiding light in these times of darkness. You're like, good idea. Of course it's a good idea. Stop groveling. So yeah. Yeah. So anyways, good. You guys don't watch enough Quest of the Holy Grail. You're not Monty Python fans, huh? Aye, lad, that's no. Look at the bones, right, Nick? Oh, Sir Wise and Powerful Wizard. Right. Some call me Tim. I soiled my armor. So, anyways, yeah, all right. So, things are happening. There's my target there. Unfortunately, I didn't say weekly M1. That's weird, right? Is that every other one I said it would stop at weekly M1? This one I didn't say would stop at weekly M1. I have it stopping here. That's weird. So 86.13, and it stopped at 86.11. Sorry, 2 pips. It was actually less than that. 1.8 pips. Sorry. Coolio, right? So if NFP somehow is a catalyst, it could go up here, which I've already said. Okay. Pretty kooky, right? Life is beautiful. Ooh. Nobody likes that one, huh? Like, oh, kiwi. La, 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 la. It stopped at exactly this time. Support pivot 1. Whale oil B. MR fish. 55's in control, right? You see that, right? Even yesterday, right, we have 2 touches of the 55. What does that predict? What's the advanced information that tells us with the 55 in control? Look for the double bottom. So let me throw out some radical ideas here. La 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 la. La 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 la. Life is great, life is grand, life is good, life is beautiful. Ooh. All right, how about that? Let me actually give you a real target, eh? Keep it real, bro. There we go. That's the rest of the week. You're welcome. That is one plausibility, assuming we don't make it to the ultimate target. The ultimate target, if it goes bearish, is here. All right, what do you stink? Smell like a plan? Bull, bear. Bull, eh? Bear, eh? Bull, eh? Bear, bull, bear, bull, bear, bull, bear. Bears sold it on Monday. Okay. Bulls, maybe, no real entry here. Maybe here. Last bastion here. Okay. You can buy it off M1 if you get a reversal pattern. You buy it off S1 if you get a reversal pattern. You buy it at M2 if you get a reversal pattern, right? So on and so forth. We have another dumb prediction, right? I think, yeah, well, the answer is for sure, but I think you're asking me if there's a webinar. I think so. If I told you all the other stuff I have going on in my life besides going to Harvard, which I'm falling behind on already, um, I have some like mind-blowing stuff going on, and I don't. I want to be. I'm spiritually here. I don't know if I can commit, but I think we can. You want to try? If I invited you, what I'll do is I'll send out the normal invitations I send in the morning, if I can do it. I may not know till like 1:30 or 1:45, but if I can, I'll just fire it off. And it'll probably just say like normal webinar. It'll look like a normal webinar, but you'll get it at like 1:45 in the afternoon, New York time. Because I mean, you are important to me. I do care about you. Okay, so I'm just keeping it real, bro. What about Jim Rogers? Can you hear that okay? Hot number, hot number, hot number, hot number. People are going to think Fed's going to go 3. Huge number. Huge number, guys. Huge number. Huge. I'd guess yen's up, huh? Kicking off the daily 21, guys. Big number, guys. Small businesses, 62,000. Medium businesses, 102,000. Large businesses, 83,000. Service sector, up 201K. 84th straight month of increases. Wow. Manufacturing added 15,000 jobs. Last month it was -9. In construction, last month -2. This month plus 25,000. Huge number, guys, across the board. And the energy sector, aka frackers, and everyone supporting frackers, are hiring again. Another reason to sell oil, maybe, huh? I think the initial response would be buy oil off the good news, but that's all good, man. America's kicking butt. Okay? This may do this. Okay, very interesting. All right, I'm going to have to mark this. If it's going to play it, I got to mark it. So we're at resistance. It's supposed to fall, but if she breaks, we're looking at 54, 55, right? That area. Things are moving. Nobody's going crazy though. Take a look at this one. Look how we hit our 2618. Isn't that great? The 262. Yeah. So talking about oil, so the U.S. is hiring, and you know the rig count's going up, so that's got to have something to do with it. Okay. Dollar winning there. Okay. Aussie kicking butt here. Sorry for the awesome trade. I don't know. Someone's got to do it, right? Oh, it just doesn't. It's so hot. It's so sexy. So sexy. Let's look at Kiwi Daughter. Do, 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 do. Guess you can do it this way. Do, 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 do. A lot going on there. Pound CAD. See, Nick, I would never have in a million years thought to have traded those two. Well, yeah, so the stock market should like that data. It doesn't have to, but it should like that data. And we got non-farm payrolls on Friday, right? So pound doing well. Look at that, huh? Kiwi was hot. Dollar now hotter. La 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 la. Life is beautiful. Mm, 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 mm. Look at look at the monthly swing. So if you wanted to buy USD Swiss franc, now is the time, February 1st, and your target is 103.50. You're buying at just under 99, so 450 to 500 pips. What do you stink? You gonna try it? Okay. You would have to have FOMC go your way. You'd have to have non-farm payrolls go your way. Okay. Is that on your radar? Sir, yes, sir. May I have another pip, sir? A currency trader, eh? Currency traders are either queers or steers, and I don't see horns on you, son boy. So what are you? Remember that? I think it was Officer and a Gentleman, wasn't it? At least I get paid a yield. I don't think it was Full Metal Jacket. I think it goes back to Officer and a Gentleman. You would think. I mean, there's lots of great quotes from that guy in Full Metal Jacket, but I think it goes back farther because he shows up, right? He's a hippie, and he shows up first day. It was Richard Gere. He's a hippie, and the drill instructor lines up all these hippies in the parking lot in a row. looking at these lazy, disciplined boys. Where are you from? San Francisco, right? San Francisco, sir. San Francisco! And at the very end of the movie, same thing, same drill instructor's got all these guys lined up. He's wearing his Navy officer whites, and he sees the drill instructor yelling at everybody, Texas! Nothing in Texas but queers and steers! Right? Something like Oklahoma, right? And it's a great ending to the movie too, because it's just, yeah, just another officer made, right? Anyways. French election. Oh, gee whiz. I don't care about that. Okay, so what are you going to do here? French election. You going to buy some dollars or what? Okay, you got to, are you picking your lines? Are you going to be in this all month? You understand? It's February 1st. Are you going to be in this all month? The entire month of February? Is that your plan? If so, how would you put it together? This might be radical for you. You got to get through parity. Parity. Somebody asks you, so what do you do? Well, I bought the USD Swiss franc. Swiss franc has negative interest rates. Dollar is raising interest rates several times this year. And I've been in it since February 1st. Like, what if you're in this the rest of the entire year? Why not? Is it plausible? What if so? What's your plan, Stan? Get on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just make pips with me. Set yourself free. I don't got no year. I don't even have yearly pivots. Why is it important? Is it in there? I don't think I even have yearly. Yeah, I don't even own yearly. Okay, yeah, so buyers of Aussie, sure. Although, remember, they have very poor inflation data. Okay, when I look at Aussie yen, for example, it's below the daily 21. And if I look at the Kiwi yen, it exactly touched the daily 21 and bounced. But the right, but the Aussie yen has already basically breached the daily 21. So uh, I'd probably have to go Kiwi yen if I had to choose between the two, because there's a clean double top on Kiwi yen, but it hasn't dropped. There's a messy double top on Aussie yen, which means it hesitates when it gets to the double top. It hits 87, collapses, hits 87, collapses. And, so I don't know. It just feels like Aussie yen's more likely to break down. Oh, it was a joke. See? Yeah, well, anyways. Yeah, no, so anyways, that's that. So I'm challenging you, make a decision, bro. Or as they say in South Africa, brew. You guys remember this? This is the buy zone in August of 2016. Well, Pedro, you need a lot to go your way, right? And we don't know what those things are. But if it goes, right? If it goes your way, you'll get paid longer term. So you just have to decide. Looking at the 4 hour and stuff, it's very risky, right? So that's why stop losses are used. Uh, okay. Last week I thought down, up, down, but some jackal did what they were supposed to do, right? See? Bulls bought it here, and you know where they're going, right? 1,225 bucks. If it flips on FOMC or waits for NFP, then you have to assume R1S1, aka if it does fall, it's not likely to fall farther than that this week. Okay? You have to revise your analysis. Okay? Okay. I thought down, up, down to M1. Oh well, things changed. Uh, Sorry, so many things going on. Woo! Beast, right? Beast is making widows. Amazing we knew that that was the bottom, huh? All right. So, yeah. So, yeah. Let's let's pull the plug. I'm going to try to free myself up. Can't promise anything, but I'm going to try. I swear to you. I promise you. I'm going to try as best I can to free my time up so we can bust out a FOMC. If I can, I will. Um, and if I can't, I hope you understand. But I will absolutely try. But if things come together on my other projects where I can't, then I just can't. I really do apologize. But I'll definitely try. Look for an email maybe a half an hour before FOMC. So that's 1:30 Eastern time. If I can, I will. I promise you that. Honestly. Okay. So you're important to me, and I'll do what I can. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. You might even be done for the week. Honestly, you've hit all your targets. We got risk event this week today, right? We got a risk event on Friday. You could just be done. You can be out golfing and surfing, and you're reading about it in Saturday's newspaper. You're like, oh, all that was very interesting. Great. The markets should be liquid on Monday. How nice, right? And I think Lunar New Year is over by then, right? Yeah, I took the family for Chinese food on Lunar New Year, and we were sitting down at the table, and it was like Happy New Year, like seriously, right at midnight. The owner of the restaurant came out, and I wished him a Happy New Year, and he's like, "It's right now, it's right now." I'm like, yeah, I know. Now go get my peppered beef. Go get my black pepper beef. Happy New Year. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go get me. Give me some seahorse soup, right, Daniel? This is the worst seahorse soup and fermented tea. Yeah, yeah Daniel, I on the on the edge of what the Pearl River. That seahorse soup and fermented tea and ice cold beer, of course. Yeah. So thank you. That was an amazing lunch, Daniel. Yeah. So, anyways, hopefully see you later today. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm here for you. I care about you. I want you to succeed. And thank you for your loyalty and respect that you give me every day. Um, I value that and I appreciate that. See you guys later. Cheers.